Well, it actually turns out that there are some things in this life that can be a balance and some things that can be an destruction. But in the end, those that always think they are balanced in good and evil are in the end only evil, because what they create becomes destructional to everything else. This is me, the Angry Offended Display Reviewer, and this is Eden Zero, Chapter 207. First off, a very beautiful cover page of Klein holding a cute little, no, well, teddy bear, I guess, and in a very nice space suit, as well as having a nice cleavage. She, it's not confirmed yet if she's still alive, although by the end of this, minor spoiler alert, she confirmed this. The Laguna heads towards that direction, while Jin still tries to hold off the Crowbots, but fails. But that's not the important thing. The important thing is the reveal. As I said last time, Crow was revealed to be a traitor. Well, it actually turns out that he is indeed a traitor. But the truth is, well, something I actually didn't really see coming. A lot of theorists speculated that that Cure actually was Crow's power source, or his brain. I, for one, felt I didn't buy that. I mean, I knew Crow was a traitor, but this reveal here is actually, I was wrong in that way. Cure is Crow's power source, but the reveal of it all is also a little bit more surprising. Cure fires a laser in Holy's abdomen, so she falls down, and then he reveals everything. He reveals he is indeed Crow's main body, but and also his creator, because Cure holds the philosophy of creating evil and then cleansing it with good, and have evil fight good. In loose terms translation, he is saying he is neither good nor evil. He is good and evil. But in all essence, this could basically play with the truth that he considers himself above good and evil. For him, this galaxy needs balance. And in order for balance, there must be darkness. But where there is darkness, there is always light. So he has been creating darknesses, which a lot of the Galactica have been battling ever since. Actually, saying that our duty is not to save the universe. It's yes, well, actually, no. He says their duty is to save the universe, but to do that, they need evil to save it from. Because to him, good needs to have evil, otherwise, good wouldn't actually exist. He then actually reveals the bigger surprise of the fact that he is the one who gave Drakken and Nero their power, therefore letting them rise to infamy and darkness. How that makes sense, I have no freaking idea, but because, Drakken found an alchemy book as a young child. Are you telling me that one didn't have his ether gear? Or are you saying that Cure is the one who gave them the ether gear that gave them the power? Drakken wanted to live forever, and therefore that corrupted his morality. And he found that for a book. Was Cure somehow the man who gave him the means to then siphon everything off? And Nero was a selfish tyrant who wanted to always win thanks to his Emperor dice. Is Cure the one who somehow gave him the dice? I mean, none of that is actually revealed. But it does say that Siggy and Aknoela was not his creations. No, that was completely... They were evil to begin with. But Dead and Crow is his greatest masterpiece. A darkness so dense and twisted that even he feels it's disgusting. Well, granted, he doesn't say that, but he always knew Holy would be the one to destroy him, but not this day. So, so Holy in anger demands to know if Cure was behind the Bloody Atmos incident. We also see the other perspective from the other Horatian says Interstellar, who actually reveals that Feather reveals that she can no longer see, sense, or even see a cure inside of his ship, the Brain, which is a very big surprise to her. As we all know, that makes more sense now, given the fact that Cure is not there to begin with. Granted, it's not exactly Cure. I slurred my words again. It's not exactly clear if he called from that ship or if he has a Doombot over there. But we're going back to the fact that of 13 years ago, the Bloody Atmos Day, there was a day in the Yukino cosmos where they honor Atmos, the savior of their planet. While it is not confirmed yet who Atmos is it possible that Atmos was one of those great heroes? But they were called the dancing heroes of Sakura, so maybe they were under the Sakura. And I don't think we'll ever figure out who they really were. It was meant to be a day of celebration, but then that Titan appeared, destroyed everything, burned everything, laughed maniacally. And we also see how Holy's little sister died in rubble, and her name of her sister was Holy, and she wanted to be a champion of justice. Which may also explain why Holy also ended up joining the Interstellar, because, well, she is honoring Sarah's wish. And then Crow took the women who survived, hung them up for sick entertainment, and one after another died. The only one who did not die was Holy, maybe because her hatred and desire for revenge was so strong, so she managed to pull through. But Cure reveals that all for that he doesn't care about any of that, or more likely it was necessary, because that end Crow is the darkness, to Holy is light, meaning that all those sacrifices, all those losses was perfectly necessary to create Holy, the light to battle Crow. And because according to him it doesn't matter where, if evil is created somewhere, light must always be created to it. That day when darkness was born, a seed were sown to make us shine brighter. That was Holy according to Cure. A very messed up logic, but it makes sense for someone who believes that they are neither good nor evil. But of course Holy just calls him evil, punches him, and now her hatred to Crow, well, she still hates Crow, don't get me wrong, but now it directed to Cure, given that he said that he is then Crow's power source. Destroying Cure should destroy Crow. So and Holy them says they are no longer light. But we also see that it appears that Klein is actually alive, which I actually hope is true, because we see it. As the two interstellars, although now we know that one of them is not an interstellar, battle it out, mobility of Crow is going down, and they prefer to fire the main cannon. But as Hermit says, that they must get out. But knowing them, it's very likely that Holy won't get out. So yeah, this was a little bit of a twist. I didn't really think I would believe that Cure really was the power source of Crow. I mean, I know he was a traitor, but this was no traitor of joining Siggy's cause because of hating humanity and making robots be balanced. No, he's his own independent villain. It's not exactly clear now if well, maybe it is clear, but he says that Crow is the big darkness, so it makes it almost sound like Crow does have his own personality. I mean, Crow is his own personality. Crow is evil personality, it's not Cure's personality. Although it's not exactly clear if that is, say, Cure. That's sorry, it's so early in the morning, I slur my words. Either way, we don't know if the personality in Crow has always been Cure, or if creating Crow created a new personality. That is his own personality, it's just that Cure is the one who is the power source. But it seems to be that case. Crow is his own person, it's just that Cure is the power source, therefore he is what allows Crows to exist. This would make for an interesting villain if Cure actually survived this. Think about it, he will escape and then he will actually create more problems. But I don't think he will survive this. It's not an Hiroshima manga style for these villains to appear. How he gave his power to Drakken and Poseidon Arrow, that is actually something I would really like to dive in more into. Because a part of me believes that doesn't really make sense. But we saw none of his personality. I mean, we didn't really see so much of his personality, so I guess it makes sense that Cure is the one who is most of this all. But again, I don't really know the state of Eden Zero manga, so I don't really know if it will survive. But yeah, it was a good chapter. Nice reveal of it all and some bigger twists of what we didn't see coming. But you give me your thoughts if you have any.